Due to the adult nature of the content in Big Mouth, I will not be showing many clips from it in this video, and the clips I do show won't be graphic. However, I do talk about stuff that happens in the show, which is, if you didn't know, definitely not a kids show, so viewer discretion is still advised.
Life is a fucked up mess. Life is a fucked up mess. Life is a fucked up mess. Oh, it's a shit show.
Welp, I just finished watching Big Mouth. That was pretty darn good. I'm looking forward to the next season now. How's the internet taking it? Alright, looks like it's an animated atrocity rather than an Admiral animation, according to Mr. Enter. Big Mouth is degenerate. Well, Netflix's awful new animated series. Okay, it's not. Is Big Mouth the worst thing Netflix has ever made? Definitely not. Big Mouth is the most f***ed up TV show ever. Whoa, oh, okay. Has Netflix gone too far? An animated show for pedos? Chill out, it's not actually. Netflix crosses the line with sick adult cartoon, promotes child sexualization and more. Okay then. So I guess people don't like it. How's the tomato meter score doing? 100%? Wait, what? How does that even happen? I mean, I've heard of shows that are divisive, but what does this even mean? Okay, I definitely need to talk about this show. A show that can simultaneously get immense backlash and sparkling reviews. Big Mouth is an adult cartoon about kids going through puberty, and obviously that is something a lot of people don't want to talk about. Puberty is an uncomfortable time, and not one most people look back on fondly. But honestly, I was never uncomfortable watching Big Mouth. The subject matter is uncomfortable, obviously, but it's important to be able to talk about it, and this is about as comfortable as I've ever gotten with any show talking about puberty. Because while it is about sexuality, I'm pretty confident nobody can possibly find any part of this show arousing. The kids in the show talk about their developing sexuality openly in a way that was, in my experience, funny and therefore never awkward. And that is so cathartic. In the words of Inku Kang of The Hollywood Reporter, even better than the laughter that Big Mouth elicits might be the relief that most viewers have passed that age when each new day brings with it a different way for the soul to shrivel. Ms. Kang, you have a dark mind and a wonderful way with words. I've heard people say that kids talking this openly is not what their experience of puberty was like, and no, of course it wasn't. Nobody ever wanted to talk about it, which is exactly why watching two kids have an open conversation about their general confusion is very entertaining and, as I said, cathartic for me.
Jay hasn't even kissed a girl, I guarantee it. None of us have. Not, with tongue anyway.
Of course, because when you do kiss a girl, to make it official,
there's gotta be tongue.
Major tongue.
And you want to flick your tongue around.
Ideally.
And you really want to get your tongue underneath hers, too.
Yeah, you want to get in there like a Claritin to just dissolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what we're talking about.
It's nice to talk like men.
Yeah.
See, that scene is what Big Mouth is actually like, despite the fact that, yes, there are scenes like a bunch of giant penises playing basketball or a talking vagina. Those things do happen, but it's not like it's the most graphic, terrible thing to be put in a TV show. South Park has done worse. But see, I'm not a South Park guy. I don't enjoy Big Mouth because it's shocking or taboo. I enjoy it because it's talking about an experience that I wanted someone to talk about without it being awkward. And besides that, I like it because it's a clever, funny show that made me like the characters and feel their emotions when they have ups and downs. I didn't laugh at the giant basketball penises, but I did laugh at the musical number featuring the line, "I feel like shit, this must be love." Or when the hormone monster, who exists purely as a representation of Andrew's sexual urges, becomes worried that he's masturbating too much when his heart gets broken and he starts doing it out of compulsion. Then there's Nick, a late bloomer who's developmentally behind Andrew, and not in the haha this kid hasn't hit puberty yet way that you get in grown-ups, but in the this is actually something that happens to kids and something they feel insecure about way. They even did an episode that has a good message about consent. The head push is about a character who pressures his partners into giving him a blowjob when they don't want to, and everybody in the show agrees that that is not okay. A lot of PSAs about consent leave me thinking, well, duh, and kinda scared that there's somebody out there that needs it explained to them in such broad terms. And obviously I agree that it's important, but it can get a little annoying when every poster is explaining consent to me like I'm an idiot rapist. But Big Mouth pulled it off, and you wanna know how? It said, hey, look at this idiot rapist. What a douchebag! I also actually quite like the art style of Big Mouth. That seems to be another aspect people are attacking, which I don't really get. It's unique, stylized, and a good way to depict the point in life where you become the most self-conscious about your body, and also when your body becomes the weirdest looking. Yeah, they have prominent lips. So what? Lips are weird looking. Why do we even have lips? Siri, why do we have lips?
Good question. Anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, answer my first question. All in all, I think Big Mouth is a clever and funny show that succeeds at talking about something a lot of people don't want to talk about. Is it gross sometimes? Yes, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. But it's not gross all the time. Most of the comedy comes from sharp dialogue. Although I might be desensitized to that kind of thing, because it takes a pretty high level of grossness to actually disgust me. I mean, Big Mouth did get to that level by episode 4, but... okay, maybe there is a fair deal of gross stuff in this show. But then even the gross stuff is often just talked about instead of being shown. Like Clerks. The first Clerks. I haven't seen any of the other Kevin Smith movies, just the first Clerks. Anyway, Clerks is one of the grossest movies you can possibly watch where absolutely nothing gross is shown on screen. Because South Park showing a kid give another kid a blowjob isn't funny, at least not to me, but this is.
Wait, what is that anyway? Something like 36. Does that include me?
37.
I'm 37?
Going to class.
Oh my god. 37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?
Big Mouth goes for that kind of humor more often, and I don't think it's degenerate. I think it's honest. It's not just lewd for lewdness' sake. It's trying to show what it's like to be this age, to be confused, to be feeling new things. But unlike me just now, Big Mouth refuses to beat around the bush. There's no Foxtrot uniform Charlie Kilo coming from Nick Kroll and Andrew Goldberg. They decided they were going to try and portray the truth of puberty, and they didn't hold back. And it worked. Somehow they made me like these characters enough to actually want to watch them go through the most awkward time of their lives. I definitely rank this among my favorite adult cartoons, right after BoJack Horseman. And Boondocks. And Camp Camp. And does The Simpsons really count? How about being Puppy Cat? They say the words crotch, junk, and cleavage, but that's about as adult as it got. Home movies counts. Oh damn, do I like Big Mouth more than home movies? I think I might. Anyway, point is it's up there. Somewhere. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you haven't seen this show yet, don't let all the ridiculous backlash on YouTube turn you away from it, because Big Mouth is not sick, and it's not too far. It's just trying to be an accurate, cathartic, and funny representation of pubescent anxiety. It's not for everyone, but that doesn't mean it's not for anyone. Oh, and it also contains the best Freddie Mercury impression I've ever heard. Take it away, Jordan Peele!
When you're gay, every day is a non-stop cabaret. You've got style and flair, you're loved everywhere except for North Carolina.